Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name's obviously Roy, and future me, if you're watching this, as you know, you're very welcome here. Um, I'll be completely honest with you. I have absolutely no idea how to start this video. There's a lot that I want to talk about when it comes to, I guess you can say, growing up, which is probably going to be the title to this video, anyhow. Um, Basically, I wanted to talk to you about the logical reason and also the theological reason that it's important to believe in yourself, and also probably equally as important, the reason I do everything I do here and the reason I upload videos. So this is gonna be a doozy, right? But let's start. I have no idea how to start this. um I want you to, if you guys believe in God, or even if you don't believe in God, it still very much applies to you. If you notice something, is that every successful person seems to always have this like unrelenting belief in themselves. And I've sort of experienced it firsthand. I had the honor to, the whole weight loss thing. Um, and they keep talking about believing in themselves and that internal dialogue. And I do want to frame it in more like in more of like a theological sense, right? So, you know, in the Bible it's written that we were made and created in the image of God, right? And so if we believe in God, then by that logic we need to believe in ourselves. And I would argue furthermore, even probably even more so than we believe in God. Because God, as you know, is something that's, I guess you can say, external. If you believe in God, you don't really control what happens around you or what he does and what happens. And again, if you don't really believe in God, which my stance is really neutral about this, it still applies to you. But if you believe in God, and even if you don't, then by that extension, you still need to believe in yourself. And it would probably be a sin not to. And think these like self-destructive thoughts. Um, and also being made in the image of God, I can, I guess, say that everything in this room, even me, had started from a thought at the end of the day. Um, and the whole thing about God is that he can create everything from thought, right? And I think that us being made in his image means that the same thing applies to us. And if you connect it to the whole Earl Nightingale thing of you become what you think about, and what I just said, where literally every object in this room started out as an idea of some kind, it really does make sense that we were made in the image of God. I think that's what they meant. Us being made in the image of God means two things. One, that we can create and bring to this, I guess, reality what we think about, which me with the whole weight loss thing is a prime example. And also that if we believe in God and we were made in his image, we must also logically believe in ourselves and love ourselves as much as we love God, and probably even more than that, because we can control ourselves. We can't control what happens around us, but I'm a very firm believer of becoming a man that can coach himself through things. Don't just go like, oh, I don't need a mentor, I don't need a coach. Be your own coach. Let's see how you talk to yourself, man. If you talk to yourself in confusing situations with like, yeah, I got this, I believe in myself, I'm here throughout this, I think that's a very positive thing. And believing in yourself is pretty dope. I can tell you that much. So, future me, I do in fact believe in you through time and space. as always. Now, as for why I do these things that I do, with the whole philosophy thing, you know, back when my mom was alive, she I didn't really have the knowledge to teach her philosophy and to have her be a calmer and less stressed out individual. And that, you know, her being such a stressful individual led over time to a stroke. And I don't say that with guilt. I need to paraphrase this. I'm not the type of person who was like, oh, I couldn't save her. It was like, I did think that for like 5 seconds, and then I caught my own stupidity, right? Because I can't change the past. And yeah, I couldn't save her, but I probably wouldn't want it to be anywhere else, any other way. Because now it sort of gave me the perspective of just how important it is to teach other people philosophy and give them the tools of reason that I didn't have and my mom didn't have, which caused her death. So yeah, man, I couldn't save her, but maybe with this video or whatever other form that I choose to teach philosophy, maybe I could save you or your parents or your loved ones. Here's the whole growing up thing. Here's where it comes to fruition. I've experienced a lot, and I very much credit philosophy, the Stoic philosophy, and everything I learned with me being able to handle this stuff. And I don't want you guys to feel alone. You're not alone. Because trust me, the reason I don't want you guys to feel alone, and the reason I want to teach you guys philosophy is because, man, I know what it's like to be alone. Let me tell you something. Let me fucking tell you something. I know what it's like to be alone. And that's just some of the physical stuff. These are just some of the notebooks. I probably have double the content in digital form, really. I know what it's like to be alone. And I know what it's like to worry about things you can't change. I know what it's like to experience heavy loss and pain and all that stuff. And I know what it feels like to be so lonely throughout this stuff. I mean, I remember sitting outside and you know, constantly listening to party music in the background. And I was like all alone, and I didn't feel like I have anyone. And now that I sort of consciously discovered this internal monologue, and I can say to myself, yeah, I'm with me, I'm good, and I can have conversation with myself, and I can walk and see all these beautiful things, you know, the leaves, the moon, to really feel them. I'm with me, and most importantly, I'm with you. And I want you to feel that, and I want you to feel that love. Because, man, I know what it feels like to not have these things. And if I can spare you guys that would be pretty fucking dope. And I know what it feels like, and I want to be a kinder person through it, because if I can be a kinder person and a better person through such insane adversity and such incredible challenges, and say with pure honesty that it's really an honor to bear that cross and to endure it and to show the world just how to handle it. If I can do that, imagine how strong I would be. And that's really the logical and intellectual, I suppose, reason to go through this stuff. Because yeah, I can go like, oh, I couldn't save her, and think all these negative thoughts, but that's a failed test of intelligence. being to solve your own problem. And the reason that it's a failed test of intelligence is because, well, try to think that way and see just how negative your life gets. The Stoics, they have a saying, the conditions of your life are going to be determined by the conditions of your mind. And you can really simplify that by just saying the same thing. If you think negatively, well, you'll be negative, and if you think positively, you can all be positive, right? No one set in stone that pain's a bad thing. In fact, why would you want things to be easier? And this is what I taught my football team today. I still have the whistle on. Well, why would you ever want things to be easier? Let's see if you have the guts to answer this question with honesty and clarity. Why would you want things to be easier? You can't get strong. You can't get stronger with things being easy. You just can't. What would be the point in that? What would be Hercules without the lion, eh? You know, I said that to the football team today. You can never hope for things to be better because they never will. And I'm not saying that in a pessimistic way at all. I'm not a pessimistic person whatsoever. I'm saying that more so in a way to make you realize that things are not going to get better. But a good person, you shouldn't want them to be. In fact, the harder the better, because that's how I get stronger. So never hope for things to be easier, pray to be stronger. So that no matter what happens, no matter what life throws at you, you'll be able to handle them. Because that is the type of person these circumstances made of you, but I guess that's an inaccurate statement. That is the type of person you became through these dire circumstances. So the more dire they are, logically, they're the better. It's not just random masochism, it's a logical conclusion. Very much so. The harder things are, the better it is for me. Because I get the glory of enduring them in a proper fashion and show the world what it means to be a Stoic. Inspire people. Give them the tools of reason that I didn't have and that my mom didn't have. And so I don't want you to feel alone, and I want you to be with yourself. And until you can do that, just know that, man, dude, I love you so much, and I'm really proud of you for everything, for the person you choose to be throughout this. And if you don't choose to be yet, well, that's okay too. And just know that I love you, like a lot. And this is love through time and space. I don't know where you're watching this. I don't know when you were watching this. And this applies not only to future me, but to all of you guys. This is love through time and space. In fact, I got you these. Here, there are more. I collected several. We got these two. We also have this white one. I got these for you. We got this yellow one too. And I know it's not much of a flower, but that's a cool plant. That's the whole thing about giving cool plants to people, to make them feel loved anyhow. Just know, it doesn't matter what you're experiencing or who you are. I trust in you that you'll be able to someday completely accept these things and be content with them. Because that's what a strong person is. That's what it means to never pray for things to get easier, but pray to be stronger. And you know that you're stronger when things are hard and you want them to get harder. Because when you are strong, it doesn't matter what happens to you. It just loses all relevance. You'll be there with yourself. And you'll easily get through this. This is what it means to be a strong person. That's what I really hope. You know, forget hope. Because hope implies that it's not here yet. This is the man that you're becoming. And if you can't see that yet, I'll see it for you. Because right now you have absolutely undeniable proof, my guy or girl or whoever watches this video. You're loved. Like a lot. Like a lot, a lot. Like you have no idea how much. Genuinely. Man, this started out a little strange, I understand, but I think we covered pretty much every point that I had to make. And have a great day. And remember, you have undeniable proof that you're loved. And right now, you also possess the logical conclusion as to why pain is good. Because pain literally creates amazing strength. And amazing strength means that no matter what happens to you, you'll be fine and you'll be there. And you'll see it as awesome. You'll see it as beautiful. That type of person is like literally the ideal person to me. No matter what happens, it's not relevant. Because that's external, and I got this. Hell, why do you think all these top athletes keep telling themselves before these big-ass lifts, like, yeah, I got this, I don't know why I said in a sort of like a mocking voice, but they keep telling themselves, yeah, I got this, I fucking got this. Because imagine what happened if they didn't. Quite frankly. So here's a little fun thing to think about, right? Imagine you start doing that, and then imagine it compounding for 20 years. Imagine how strong you will become. Not because of the lifts, but because that self-belief is compounding. You being your own coach. Like, it's incredible. So if you believe in God, bro, and even if you don't, you must believe in yourself, by extension. And hell, even if you don't believe in God, well, look at the facts from the field. I don't think there has ever been any successful person who didn't believe in themselves. They all preach that for a reason. I think that's it. Because imagine what happened if they didn't. I do like to point out some inversions of the equation. For example, when I asked, why would you ever want things to be easier? Because your impulses, they want things to be easier, but once you really question them, and why would I ever do that? You reach a logical conclusion that it's not ideal for things to get easier in the first place. But it is ideal for them to get harder because now you get stronger. And being stronger means that no matter what, you'll be fine. Because you're with you. And you love you. That's really cool. In my opinion. So, this video is getting really long. I should wrap this up and go and eat dinner, which, by the way, is gonna be probably a protein yogurt, 100 grams of protein cereal, and one of these light snack bars that I found downstairs. I know it's a strange dinner, but it hits the macros. It's absolutely delicious. I'm in. Judge me. I don't know. But anyways, I'm glad I'm becoming that person. And also, I do want to go to therapy, but not because I think there's something wrong with me, and not because I think that I can't, but because I'm a philosopher. Or I want to be. No, forget want to be. I am a philosopher. And philosophy literally means loving knowledge. And I want to learn a lot about myself. And if I can really, if I can learn something about myself, which I can always learn something about myself, it's called omni-learning. It's a concept I classified back in 2023 or maybe 2024, where you learn from everything. And if I can learn from everything, if I can learn from this experience, I reckon this would be really worth it. So I'm going to go to therapy in the one way that only I can. With a notebook and a pen in hand, eh? This was a good video. This was a really good video. Notice how I'm talking about things in a very positive light. So, here's some flowers for you. because I know that a lot of you guys won't get flowers, or hadn't gotten flowers yet. So if you hadn't, these are a gift from me to you, because I want you to understand finally that you're fucking loved, and you have absolutely undeniable proof of that. Here, let me. There you go. You see, it's a flower. It's a cool plant. I don't know why we give flowers. I guess because they're beautiful, and you know, we gotta love that. I love the intention. Yeah, this video is like, it's over 20 minutes long. I'm happy that I got to end it with a laughter. This feels like a nice ending. Wait, I need a thumbnail. How about, okay. How about, I'm sorry that it's me. Well, no, I'm not. To find a good pose. How about a lat spread, right? It's a sitting lat spread. Oh, it's a little strange with the camera angles. Okay. Yeah, that should do. Sorry that you had to witness that. I'm not editing that out. Fuck you. I'm playing. No, I love you a lot, but fuck you. Fuck you. Sorry. I'm leaving now. Have a nice day, bro. See ya. Or sis. Or what? Bye.